so the dating options overseas is so much better. So I gotta ask this. So what makes the woman overseas better options than the woman over here? Because I mean, aren't they like the same thing? Don't they had it? I mean, aren't they both nagging? Aren't they both like what's the difference? Like, why is it over? Then I got another tough question follow up too. But what makes the woman over there so much better?
Man, that's a great question, man. As we all know, or well, most of us know, that female nature is pretty much the same no matter where you go in the world. You know, where you be Asia, Africa, South America, female nature is going to be female nature. They want protection and provisions. They all want something, you know, at the end of the day. But here in South America, because of the culture, and even though you got a lot of single mothers out here as well, because of the culture,
I'm definitely going to ask you about that next. Go ahead.
Yeah, because of the machismo culture, and it's so of a paternal culture where they really need their man because it is tough economically out here, and the family is still the core of you know the culture out here. The women act a whole lot different. You know what I'm saying? You still got to date. You still gonna knock your head a few times. You got to be out here for a minute. Once you separate yourself that you're just not a tourist and you're just not out here just wilding, you're just a regular guy, and you learn the language, you're going to be dating very beautiful women that cook and clean, to give you massages, man. That's just what's baked in the actual culture.
What would you say to people who will say, well, okay, because you just said because of the economic conditions, what would you say to people who are like, well, you're just going over there taking advantage of, you know, poverty stricken people? What would you say to that?
Well, I'm not even going to say that the women out here are necessarily in poverty. It's just that, you know, you're not doing that. It's just that they need a man, bro. Like
I don't see a problem with it. I'm just going to say I don't see a problem capitalizing off a poor person. That's where I'm at with it. Because at the end of the day, you're actually helping their ass out. I mean, I'm just talking about even just from a business standpoint. Poor people need money. They need. I don't see a problem with it. But people, I've heard them make the argument that guys are going over there taking advantage of poverty-stricken women. But I'm like, well, if they doing that, they at least the bitch is getting some money or something. I mean, you're helping her out of poverty. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why that would be an argument, because poor people are going to be, they're going to be exploited. I don't care where you are. That's just what it is. What it is. And if you don't want them to be exploited, give them your money. You know what I mean? So I don't really agree with that argument like that. But I was curious to see what you thought about that.
Well, I want to clear some stuff up real quick. Like, these women aren't in like shanty towns necessarily, you know. They just, some of them live in barrios. A lot of them have jobs. The jobs don't pay that well out here like that, so they just need additional income. So I would compare it more to the black community, like in the 60s and 70s, where we weren't necessarily just in shanty, you know, in shacks in the 60s and 70s, but we still needed to work together to be able to maintain a decent household. So that's how it is in South America. I don't want people to think that, oh, guys going out there and they dating girls with no shoes and no clothes and.
Why do that? Is that true? I mean, hold on now. I mean, let's keep it. I mean, y'all not fucking with the females with no shoes and no.
Nah, man. Nah, man.
I don't know about that, man.
It's not like that, bro. Trust me, I live here.
Y'all ain't going to the slums, so y'all ain't dealing with it.
Nah,
if it's a bad bitch, and she's staying on them shacks that's made out of paper and shit, and she's bad as fuck, y'all ain't fucking with her just because she's living in the shack.
I mean, personally, me, man, like my girlfriends have all had little jobs. They live in little decent neighborhoods. I mean,
I've seen those pictures, man. They looking kind of hurting over there. I've seen them.
I mean, you have that. But I mean, for the most part, I date like regularly, like a woman that's like, even the dentists don't get paid a lot out here, bro. You gotta understand, like, you could be a dentist, you could be a lawyer, you could be an engineer, and they're still making $400 a month US, bro. You feel me? So these people got jobs, bro. I wish I could show you like, I don't know. Let me turn this around real quick, bro. I just want to show you. I'm just going to show you the view real quick, man.
Okay, cool.
So you know, you won't think like, you know, that's what brothers is out here really doing. Maybe hold on, let me turn it down a little bit.
But even if that is the case, okay,
like it's a metro city, bro. Like,
okay.
Yeah, like.
Cool. That's what's up, man. Yeah, because that's like I said, that's the argument I've heard. Me personally, I'm not a traveling guy, but even if that was the case, right? White folks been doing that type of shit. You know what I mean? And my thing is that, like, poor people all over the world, it's always going to be an underclass. It's always going to be a upper class, and then there's going to be some semblance of a middle class. If you feel so bad for these poor people, give them your money. because at the end of the day, they're trying to eat, and you stopping them from eating when they're getting quote unquote exploited. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of looking at it through a business lens too, because I hate when people say that, "Are you exploiting the poor people?" Well, they're poor for a reason. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother subject. But I see what you're saying. That's definitely a beautiful view. What city are you in, brother? If you want to share that, I don't know.
I'm in Medellin, Colombia.
Okay. So it's a lot of infrastructure there. Now, what percentage of Medellin is that? What you just showed? Because downtown Chicago look good too, but that's a part of downtown.
This is what they consider like the Beverly Hills of Medellin, the area that I'm in. Keep in mind, it's not nowhere near as expensive as it is in the States.
So you're the elite.
Pretty much. I'm living in I guess you would say an upper class neighborhood.
You over there. You are the George Soros over there, man. Find out. They got conspiracy theories about y'all niggas.
I got like 4 or 5 brothers from BNT living in the exact building that I'm in, man. So we out here. There's a lot of brothers in this actual area that we in, man. We are like pretty much the touristy gringo. I hate to call us gringos, but the tourist area.
I thought gringos were white folks.
Yeah, they call us gringos too, unfortunately.
So y'all got white boy status. Oh, so that's why y'all go over there. Y'all are on white boy status when y'all go over. Say, okay, so they call y'all gringos. That's
yeah. One thing I will say, and I want to go ahead and put it out here because I see a lot on the pro-black side, Africa, when they be like, "Oh, we go back to Africa." Nah, bro, you American, bro. Period. Like, I don't care where you go on God's green world, you're gonna be American. You're not from there, so it don't matter what country you go to. I don't care if everybody's black in that country. I don't care if you're in Haiti, Jamaica, you're American, you gringo. That's it. And I hate being called a gringo, but they're gonna call you. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, you gringo."
Well, you hate that. That's like the status thing, right? Like, he got all the money.
No, because like you said before, you was like, that's white people. That's what white people call it. Like, I'm like, bro, we different from them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I don't know, because black men say they like to travel because they don't like getting how they treated in America. If you go overseas, you get treated like a white man. I think wouldn't that be something that is better now that you're getting treated like the guys you guys say treat you bad over here?
We getting treated like Americans, basically. Because Americans just have status, period. Like, you just have status. Like, bro, as soon as you walk in the room and they see that you're American, it's just like, it don't matter if you're black, white, green, or yellow. You're American. You come from the land of milk and honey in their eyes. You come from gold. Like, some of them know about our struggles, which is kind of cool. Some of them see the news and watch CNN, but they don't really understand the struggles that we go through. All they know is you're rich. You're American, you're rich.
Okay. Now, I do got to ask this that we mentioned earlier, and this is one of my disagreements with you guys. So the single mother thing, man, what I don't like is how some of the traveling brothers try to downplay the single motherhood rate. Like, I don't understand how, I've heard traveling brothers talk about, black women, how they're single mothers, which I agree with. You right? I'm not ever going to take no other bitch's kid in any circumstances, right? Maybe she give me $10 million or something. But I've heard traveling brothers be like, these black women have all these kids and shit. But yet, if you go over to Colombia, the single motherhood rate over there is higher. And niggas don't really be having like an answer for them. Like, I feel you that these bitches over here ain't shit. But you can't really use that argument if these hoes over here have a higher single motherhood rate. I never understood that. Can you like break that down? Because niggas try to skirt over that issue. I don't know if you have an actual answer for that.
Yeah, you do have a lot of women out here with children, but the thing is, your dating options are still good because in America, for the most part, the social status is you're dating women around your age, right? So I just turned 39. So in America, I'll be dating women from, let's say, the late 20s, early 30s at best, right? Mm-hmm. Here in South America, they got a lot of single mothers, but you're going to be dating girls 19, 20, 21. My girl, 21. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So it's no social status about most guys dating women 19, early 20s that don't have any kids, or you got the women that got the corporate job, like dentists and the lawyers who don't have any kids. So you still got options. You got to understand, bro, you're American. All you got to do is learn Spanish. Once you learn Spanish, your dating options are through the roof. And
yeah, but I've heard guys say, I've even heard this. I've even heard I would even take a foreign single mother over
because they treat you better.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
They treat you better. Like because of the culture, bro. Like they gonna cook, they gonna clean, they gonna feed you, they gonna literally feed them. Like you know how you.
Yeah, but why?
Like they're like.
Go ahead,
women that bring you a plate at a barbecue, right? Usually women bringing you a plate. But I used to women actually taking the fork, scooping the food out, and actually feeding you. You'd be like, damn, I don't need all that, baby, but appreciate it. But that's what they do out here. Honestly, that's what they do. They'll sit there and just literally feed you. Like, so you get better treatment out here, even if you're dating a single mother. Because guys